Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. I hope you all would be doing good. I'm doing extremely fine and I welcome you all to yet another video. And today I have with me the first generation, the 2005 Maruti Suzuki Swift LXi. And now you might be thinking, यार इतनी पुरानी गाड़ी क्यों दिखा रहा है? That to a decade old. But actually the thing is guys, what I feel is that every car has its own importance, like in the automotive industry and also in the people's heart. And this car has both. Like, this car changed how people used to look at hatchbacks in the Indian automotive industry, and also this was a hot seller, so I'm pretty sure that many people can relate to this video and they have many memories with this Swift as well. So yeah, also in my opinion I feel every car has its own importance, so I don't mind making videos on cars which are accessible to me or are old. So yeah, and also this is one of my personal favorites, like the first generation Swifts. So that is why I wanted to make a video on this one and tell you about my love about this car. Let me just start off by telling each and everything about this baby in detail. Also in this video we would not be focusing much on the walkaround because there is not much to tell. Rather we would be focusing on how this thing drives, because this thing drives absolutely great as compared to even the third generation model which is present today. And yeah, so let me just start off by showing you the key of the car, which looks like this. So this is basically a very basic key, so that sounded awkward. So this is a very basic key. You have not even got center locking on this as well. And this is the base variant, that is the LXi. So you can see only body colored bumpers, not even the body colored outside rear view mirrors, and not even the outside door handles as well. So yeah. So guys, the Swift, which was launched in 2005, received a minor facelift in 2010, which is this one. And the changes were not any major as such, and the minor changes included that there were some changes in the front bumper and the tail lights were new, as I will show you. So this were crystal clear tail lights. So this was the only way which you could differentiate the 2005 Swift from the 2010 Swift, which is this one. So starting from the front, so this is how the Swift used to look from the front, and I know a lot of you might have already seen it. And this Swift, in my humble opinion, I feel this has a design which does not age very easily. That is because the engineers at both India as well as Japan designed it. So this is a design which will be really good looking even after 10 years when you will see it. And in my humble opinion, it does look good even today. So starting from the front headlamps, so these are obviously halogen setups, and obviously you get the indicators over here, and this is for the main high beam and low beam as well. Also this is the fog lamps housing, as is the LXi variant. You do not get anything like that of sorts, and this for the towing hook as well. Coming to the front, this is the number plate housing of the car, and this is the Maruti logo where it comes. This is basically the grille, and as you can see the logo is rusted now, so that is not an issue at all. And this is how it used to look from the side profile as well. Pretty cute in my opinion. So yeah. Coming to the wheels, so this is completely steel wheel. The LXi used to get steel wheels, and the size of the tires is 165 ATR 14. These are 14 inches steel rims, and they used to get disc brakes on the front and McPherson strut on the front as well, McPherson suspension as well. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. You used to get the indicators on the front fender, and yeah. Coming to the mirrors, these are not body colored obviously in the LXi variant, and you could internally adjust the mirror inside them, but you could not fold them, so you can fold them manually. Also the door handles were also not body colored. So yeah. Coming to the fuel lid, this is a 39 liters of fuel tank, and yeah, this is how the Swift used to look from the back side as well. So the body colored bumpers, also you used to get the rear fog light as well, Maruti Suzuki badging, Suzuki logo, and this is a Swift LXi variant badging over here as well. And yeah, also you used to get the high stomp lamp over here as well. So coming to the boot of the Suzuki Swift, the first generation model, so you have to manually open it from here by putting in the key. So yeah, so basically this is how the boot of the Swift looks like, and I think this was 218 liters of boot space, not to be so precise. And yeah, no parcel tray or anything like that of sorts. So let me just close it right away. And also you used to get a spare wheel as well, so that spare wheel must be hidden here, as you can see. So it is very difficult to operate it with one hand, and that is also steel rim, and the size of the tire is, I think, yeah, it is R14. So this is a 14 inch alloy as well, 14 inch steel rim as well. So yeah, let me just close it right away. So coming to the right side profile of the car, pardon for that dent. So yeah, this is how the Swift used to look from the side profile as well, and this used to also get a roof antenna over here as well. So overall I feel the Swift has a very sporty look, and I do like the looks of the Swift. And also this is a completely stock car and nothing has been changed as of now. So yeah, let me just get it. So let me just sit inside now. So starting from the doors itself, so you have got the OG manual adjustment for your windows, so you can roll up and down the windows from here as well. And yeah, door pockets on the bottom as you can see, and this is for holding the door and closing it from here as well. Talking about the outside rear view mirrors, you can adjust the rear view mirrors from here as well, and this is internally adjustable as well, so that is a good thing. Starting from here, you get the AC vents over here as well, which you can close and open from here as well. These are the dummy buttons, and this is for the headlight leveler as well. Coming to this side, basically you've got two buttons for here, two levers here for opening the boot, and this for the fuel lid as well. Three pedals, as this is a manual obviously. And yeah, so let me just switch on the car right away. So talking about the instrument cluster, you have basically got a very basic instrument cluster, as this is the base variant. So in the center you have got the speedometer, which has marking till 200, and this is the trip computer. So basically you've got trip A and trip B. So yeah, and this car has done a total of 48,346 kilometers only in a span of 10 years. So that is quite less. This is for the temperature and this for the fuel level as well. So yeah, coming to this side, this is basically the controls for your headlight as well. So let me just close it at the moment. And these are also for the left and right indicators as well. Coming to this, these are the controls for your wiper. Okay, so the wipers are not in a good condition, so let me just close it right away. Suzuki logo on the steering wheel, which gives a pretty nice feeling as well. So yeah, that is pretty much about it. Coming to this side, these are the two AC vents, and this is for the hazard lights as well. And basically you do not have got any clock on this side as well. In the upper variants you get a clock here, and also the outside temperature it shows over here as well. Coming to this is a aftermarket one-din Pioneer music system, which has got aux only, and it does not have got a CD player as well. So yeah, that is not an issue at all. So you have got some space to keep your stuff over here as well, and this is for the manual AC controls as well. So yeah, let me just close it right away. There is some space to keep your stuff over here as well, and basically you have got two cup holders over here as well. And this is a 5-speed manual gearbox, made it to a 1.3 petrol engine, which was a direct lift from the Maruti Suzuki Esteem. I will show you the hood in a minute as well. So yeah, coming to this is the handbrake of the car, which goes to goes too much upwards. So yeah, that is pretty much about it. Coming to this is basically the ashtray of the Swift, like it is placed over here as well. So yeah, that is pretty much about the center console as well. Coming to this is the glove box of the car, which has got decent space inside it as well. So yeah, coming to this is basically the sun visor for the driver side, which has also got the ticket holders over here as well. These are for the lights. You can keep it on the door position as well. And this is the inside rear view mirror, which you cannot even adjust for day and night as well. So yeah, this is for obviously the passenger sun visor as well. Coming to this side, this is basically the doors of the car and passenger door of the car, and from here you can adjust the outside rear view mirror as well. Let me quickly open the outside rear view mirror as well manually. So yeah, door handles to grab onto when your driver is driving rashly, and you have got headrest for the passenger as well. So that is a good touch. Also, you do not have got headrest for the rear passenger, that is a miss. Also, the seat belts are not adjustable as well. So quickly getting to know about the rear seat space of the Maruti Suzuki Swift. So you do not have got much space in the rear, and this has always been the forte of the Maruti Suzuki Swift, even with the third generation model as well. So yeah, I'm not getting adequate amount of knee room. It is quite sufficient to sit here, and also the window lining is not very large as such. And yeah, talking about the headroom, it is quite okay, like my hair are touching the roof. And yeah, what else? The transmission tunnel is quite high as well, and you obviously do not got power windows over here as well. And you have got door handles to grab onto when your driver is driving rashly as well. So let me just quickly get out of here as well. So let me just quickly open the engine bay of the car and tell you what all has it got. So let me just open it from here as well. So yeah. So this was a 1.3 petrol engine from Maruti Suzuki, which was a direct lift from the Esteem, which used to produce around 83 PS and 112 Newton meters of torque. And as you can see, this is how the engine bay of the car used to look like. And yeah, this is not very clean, but pretty okay. And compared to today's Swift, the today's Swift gets a 1.2 K series engine that produces almost 86 PS and 113 Newton meters of torque. 113. So yeah, that is pretty much about it. Also, you can see the timing belt over here as well, the battery and the fuse box as well. So yeah, that is about it. Also, one very important thing, that they have even given the insulation for the hood right here. So that is a very nice touch in my opinion. So yeah, let me just close it right away and let's just start driving this beast. So now guys, we would be driving the 2010 Maruti Suzuki Swift LXI, the first generation model, and which used to come with the 1.3 petrol engine directly lifted from the steam. So let me just start the car right away, and starts with the first self, which tells that this is pretty well maintained. And you could hear, and if the mic could do justice, you could hear the insulation, like you could hear the vibrations, but the vibrations are very minimal, which tells that the insulations are very well maintained inside this car. And yeah, from the 2010 standards also, the insulations are pretty well. So yeah, let me just start driving right away. So first things first, let me talk about the steering wheel of the first generation Maruti Suzuki Swift. So this is a hydraulic unit, and coming from a Hyundai i10, this is not very light nor this is very heavy. So this is perfectly balanced. So I pretty like the steering wheel of this car as well. And here you can see a Skoda Superb. This is one of my favorite cars. So yeah, that was about the steering wheels. And also driving this on the higher speeds, this will give you much confidence as compared to a second generation Swift or even the third generation Swift as well, because this weighs up very beautifully. So this was about the steering wheel of the Maruti Suzuki Swift, and yeah, this has got leather wrapping over here as well. So yeah, so that was it about the steering wheel. Coming to the second part, which is the suspension. So the suspension on this Swift are very stiff. So first of all, don't take this in a wrong way, because when you drive this car like on higher speeds like 60 or 80, those suspension help you so much while handling your car. Like while you are taking turns on 60 and 80, I can't do this now because this is a residential area, and driving this car on a 60-80 kilometers and then taking a turn, no issues at all. Like this car won't feel hairy at all, and the steering wheel is very well collaborated with the suspension setup as well, because the suspensions are stiff and the steering wheel also has much weight to it. So that combination I am very well fan of. Like, you get my expressions right, that combines so well that it is a boon to drive. So that was about the suspension. Second thing about that was about the steering wheel as well. Coming to the engine, let me tell you straight off that the initial get go is pretty weak, and you may not find that grunt in the initial, but as soon as you pick up those speeds, like as soon as you go to 40s or you go to 60s, you will feel that the punch is there, and oh boy, that after that this thing literally flies. So the mid is the strongest here and the initial is not the strongest, and yeah, that is pretty much about it. The engine is like, they talk about it like the engine, like let me just pull this car straight away right away. So wheel spin in the first. So this was a slight glimpse of what you can expect from a Maruti Suzuki Swift. So yeah, the get-go is there, but that initial, that initial which you get, it is not present there. The mid is absolutely crazy, and I love the mid of this car, mid of this engine. So yeah, talking about the brakes are also sure-footed as well, like, and the bite is also good. This particular Swift has got front disc on the front and drum brakes on, and the drum brakes on setup on the rear as well. So yeah, that is a good setup as well. So yeah, that is pretty much about it. Talking about the ergonomics, everything feels in the reach, and there is nothing which causes a blind in the which causes a blind spot in the Swift as well. The A pillars are very thin, and so are the A pillars are thin, so you do not have any visibility issues as such in this car. And yeah, you can tour this very easily in the city, as the turning radius is also very short of this Swift. So yeah. Also, one thing which I completely miss is the tachometer, which I feel every car should have, because every car should have it, man. Like there are no two ways about it. You should know when to change your gears and at what what RPM your engine is revving. So yeah, that was about the engine. The suspension are on the stiff side. The handling is pretty good. The brakes are short-footed as well. The ergonomics are well in reach. And yeah, high-speed stability. Sorry, I cannot test the high-speed stability over here because this is a residential area. But we have tested this car over 110, and from 2010 standards, it does feel very planted as well. And I'm not sure if that car, that is the 2019 Swift, feels that planted as well. But this car feels very planted, of course. Also, talking about the gear shifting, so the gear shifting of this car is pretty nice also. Like this is a 10-year-old car, almost 10-year-old car, but the gear shifts do not feel like sticky as well. They are very smooth, and this is a 5-speed manual gearbox. So yeah, that is pretty good thing about the Swift. So yeah, that was about the driving experience of the 2010 Maruti Suzuki Swift. What else? Also, if I just switch on the AC, the performance will lag down by a huge margin. So that is the issue with all the Maruti cars. I feel even in today's Maruti Suzuki cars, like if you just switch off the AC, you can say that the sports mode got activated. So yeah, that is the thing with the AC. Talking about the fuel economy of this 2010 Swift, so it will barely return you around 13 to 14 kilometers in the city and almost 16 to 17 kilometers on the highway. So that is pretty okay, depending upon and also that depends upon how you drive it. So if you drive it sedately and normally, so it may return you higher, but we did a tank to tank on this as well. So this gave us around 13 to 14 in the city, not 13 exactly, 12 to 13, around 12 to 13. So that was pretty okay according to the age of this car, and also this is a 1.3 engine. So keeping in mind, that is also pretty okay. So yeah guys, that was a complete walk around review and the driving experience of the 2010 Maruti Suzuki Swift, the first generation model with the 1.3 petrol engine, which was directly lifted from the Swift. And if I have to sum up this review, so basically this is a gem of a car to drive. Like the handling, the chassis and the suspension setup, that combines it to give such a good experience of this car. Like that experience even today's car can even not match. I feel the Swift also cannot even match. The third generation Swift cannot even match the driving dynamics of the first generation Swift. And yeah, and if you have to buy today, I would say that you can go for it if the condition is good. This particular Swift has done only 48,000 kilometers, so that is why it is so good to drive, and there is no issues as such with this car as well. So yeah, that is pretty much about this baby as well. And yeah, that was it for this video. I hope you guys liked it, and yeah, if you liked it, subscribe to the channel only if you like it. And yeah, thanks for watching guys. Bye bye.